Hey everyone, thanks for picking up my Spidey-Senses product here. I'm going to show you how we can use this in a project. So here you can see I have the project or the After Effects project open, and here I have my Spidey-Senses comp open. And there's really not much to it here. I have a simple shape layer with 3 different adjustment layers, and then there's a control layer. So, and also I have a little animation in and an animation out. Now what we do with this is essentially, if you've seen the movie Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, this is how he has, when he has his Spidey senses kind of tingling, it looks like these animated wiggling lines around the subject's head. So what you want to do is we're going to place this around someone's head, and we're going to do that by pre-comping it. But first, let's take a closer look at what we've got going on here. So if you click on the controls, this is a null layer, and then go to Window, select Effect Controls, which is right down here. And that's going to show you all the different custom controls we have here. And right now it's animating on, and it's animating on via this line length. So if I grab this layer and press the U key, you're going to see these keyframes. So if I adjust the line length, I can make them as long as I want. I'm going to undo that. We also have the line width. Can make these quite a bit wider or skinnier, whatever I want. I can change the speed of the wave, the height, the width. I can totally customize the look here. I can kind of expand or contract. This is another great way to animate it in and out, is have it flying. Actually, in the movie, most of the time that's how these animated in. They animated in from off screen. Really, really cool animation. And we also have opacity and a color changer here, color picker. So let's see how we can apply this to an actual layer. I'm going to keep this animation on here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this comp I have in here. This is Lucas just kind of laughing, and he's reacting to something off screen. So I'm going to show you how we can add these Spidey senses to this clip. So I'm going to go over here and grab the Spidey senses comp and bring it right over here. Okay, so now we have this, I'm going to put it on the top here, and this marker is showing us where that animation in kind of ends roughly. So now where I want this animation to kind of start is right when he reacts here. I want these to animate in. So I'm going to simply drag this clip over. We'll do the timing first. So these will come up like that. Okay, now I could just go ahead and position these, but we want this to follow our subject's head. So I'm going to use motion tracking for that. So all I need to do is select my subject clip and go over to the tracker, go to Window Tracker, and then I'm going to hit Track Motion, and that's going to bring up my clip in the layer panel and then give me a single track point. So now I'm going to grab this track point and kind of expand it and drag it over. Let's say we want to track his eye here. So actually I'm going to go to the end here so we can track backwards. So I'm going to move it right over his eye. I'm going to go to Edit Target and make sure that the Spidey Senses graphic comp is selected, because that's what we want to follow, and have that tracking information apply to that layer. And now I'm going to go ahead and analyze this track and just hope that it stays on target. Okay, that's plenty. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Click OK. And we see all our keyframes here. I'm going to go ahead and close these. And now I'm going to mouse over. Now we can see that it's following Lucas, but we want to reposition it. So to do this, I'm going to grab the graphic pre-comp, and I'm going to hit the A key for anchor point, and now I can simply position this. And that's not going to affect any of our keyframes. So I can kind of position it, and also want to make some changes. So if I want to make some changes to it, I can go back into my pre-comp, go up to Effect Controls panel, and then I'm going to hit this little lock button, and then I can go back into my master comp here, and this will allow me to edit my pre-comp without having to jump back into that sequence. But right here you can see really quickly how I was able to apply this. So now let's take a quick look at what this looks like. Actually, I want to expand this a little bit more. So I'm going to go make it a little bit, there we go. Okay, now I'm going to quickly render this and we'll take a look. So there you have it. Those are my Spidey senses in After Effects. You can also use this effect in Premiere Pro. I created a Mogart file. So all you need to do is go to Window Essential Graphics inside of Adobe Premiere Pro, and then go and click on this button down here, Install Motion Graphics Template. And now I have my Spidey-Senses Mogurt file here. I'm going to click Open, and then I can simply search it because I have a lot of... Okay, so here is my Mogurt. I'm going to drop this over. And the only problem here is that we don't have the motion tracking capabilities. So what I could do is I could go over to the Effect Controls panel here and just add some manual keyframes to kind of move it around if I want. So it's not as good. You can really get the full effect in Adobe After Effects. But if you look here on the Mogurt, you still have all of the same controls. So it's pretty cool.